A first listen of No Quarter by Led Zeppelin. Okay, now into the actual song reaction. This track is No Quarter off their album Houses of the Holy. Now, this album has sold over 10 million records worldwide. Ridiculous sales. It is considered one of their true masterpiece albums. It's often considered one of the greatest albums of all time. So I have high expectations for this track. Not just because of those reasons. The two songs I've heard so far from Led Zeppelin, Good Times, Bad Times, and When the Levee Breaks, particularly the latter, was absolutely brilliant. The musicianship and chemistry of this band is off the fucking scales. So, high hopes. In terms of my initial expectations for the song, with the title being No Quarter and the single art from the album, I'm expecting something a little bit darker. No Quarter generally meaning asking for no mercy. So perhaps this is one of their more darker songs. The two songs I've heard so far have generally been upbeat musically. They've been, certainly When the Levee Breaks was kind of melancholy and about loss, lyrically and vocal performance-wise. However, they've been upbeat tracks. So maybe this is a bit of a twist. However, this is all just initial expectations. So let's get into the music. Okay, here we go. Wow. It's really peaceful. It's beautiful. Here we go. Whoa. Turn this on. Wow, that was incredible. Incredible atmosphere set there. The musicianship of this band is really, really on a different level, man. If I was to sort of speak about the imagery that this thing conjured up in my mind, the beginning bit was like very, very serene, and I believe it's John Paul Jones on the keys. It sounded like every key that he pressed was like almost like a raindrop hitting like a river or something like that. And then Jimmy Page comes in with this guitar riff that, oh my lord, this man is a magician. Honestly, I don't know how he's managed to express pain through the guitar. The guitar sounds like it's hurting. It's so thick. The atmosphere is so thick and sort of somber and mournful. Wow, what an introduction, man. What an absolutely brilliant introduction. Let's back this up a little bit. Wow.
Close the door, put out the light. No, they won't be home tonight. The snow falls hard, and don't you know? The winds of Thor are blowing cold.
Whoa, what a great line.
They're wearing steel that's bright and true. They carry skills that must get through. Nature's a place where no one goes.
Oh my word, what the hell am I hearing, man? Um, there's so much going on. There's so much going on in the background of this thing. I mean, if you don't pay attention enough, you won't realize that John Paul Jones is murdering these fucking keys, man. I think he's on like an organ or something, like a church organ, which like conjures up like very gothic imagery in my head. Maybe this is like a weird connection. It almost sounds like this is like a trip to the underworld, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of Norse imagery also used. The winds of Thor are blowing cold, and Plant's delivery kind of sounds like a man who's very regretfully sort of looking back on his life. Close the door, put out the light. You know they won't be home tonight. And then he said they're wearing steel that's bright and true. So in my head, kind of the story that is kind of created through the lyrics, the atmosphere, is like a warrior who's perhaps died and like gone to the underworld to go meet Hades. Like that's the imagery set through the music. What a brilliant atmosphere to get that to come into someone's head. I mean, you have to be a high level musician to pull all of that off. But lyrically, this song is really beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's like a kind of juxtaposition of serenity and melancholy together. It's like somber, dark, and then he has these moments of peace again that come through with that brilliant chorus where his vocal is like distant. He's like almost shouting it at you from afar with this reverberation. Unreal so far. Whoa. Chills. Oh, John Paul Jones. Oh shit. Wow. The atmosphere is soaked in dread, in remorse, in regret, all done through keys, guitar, effects. I mean, the engineering of this track is incredible, and I believe it's Page behind a lot of the engineering too. Listen, the sort of, if I were to keep going down this idea of the imagery in my head, this song sounds like it's a trip through the river Styx, you know, with the dude with the canoe boat. I believe his name is Charon, I think, from like Greek mythology. I love that this band uses such great mythos in their lyrics, and they kind of go help build that atmosphere up and that imagery up with the music too. John Paul Jones, man, if you don't really pay attention well enough, like, this dude is fucking killing the keys, man. He's killing the keys. And I spoke previously on one of the other reactions how I feel like a musician like him can go under the radar, but you know, this is the perfect track for me for him to really showcase his abilities as a multi-instrumental musician. You know, he plays bass, guitar. It sounds like some church organs are being used. Brilliant performances by everyone so far. And subtlety from John Bonham, subtlety, which I don't know if many people will sort of describe John Bonham's drumming as a subtle style, but he's pulling it off. Shows his range too. Let's back this up. Well, listen to that. It's like 30 years ahead of his time.
Side by side with them. Devil mocks their every step. Snow drives by the foot that's slow. The dogs of doom are howling more.
Wow, what a line. Oh my god.
They carry news that must get through. To build a dream for me and you. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. Maybe some people will think that's criminal. I just wanted to analyze that verse. I think that's my favorite of the two verses. But if we're kind of going down this idea of we're taking a journey through the river Styx to go meet Hades in the underworld, the dogs of doom are howling more. You know, in Greek mythology, you have like the Cerberus, the three-headed dog that guards the gates of hell, man. What a cool line. The dogs of doom are howling more. Like oh wow. Wow. Okay, if we're going with this idea of this is a tale of a guy who's like a warrior who's died, with using the previous bit of they're wearing steel that's bright and true. You know, as you go through the river Styx, you see like dead people in the river, right? So perhaps that's the imagery he's talking about. They're wearing steel that's bright and true, as in he's looking into the river and seeing the people that he's killed along his days of being a warrior through this river. And his regret, the delivery of Plant is very mournful, very regretful. Perhaps this is a guy who's looking back at his life in real regret of the things that he's done. Thus, the dogs of doom are howling more. He knows that his fate, his inevitable fate, is a bad one when he goes and meets his eventual judgment. What a fucking concept. What a concept for a song. Now, I don't know if this is what they mean, but this is what they've conjured up in my brain. And to do all of that through the musicianship and the lyricism, oh my lord. What a fucking song. Is that what he means by when they say they hold no quarter, they ask no quarter? Because no quarter means no mercy. Thus he's saying, I know I've done wrong. I deserve everything that comes for me, whatever your judgment may be. Wow. 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 Oh my god, what an ending. The way he fades himself out, like his fate is inevitable in the end. Like, and his last delivery of the chorus is like a guy who's accepted his fate. I deserve no mercy. Hell is awaiting me. He even says like, giving me no quarter. I hear the dogs of doom are howling more. He's getting closer to his fate. What a fucking song. Oh my god. The imagery, the dark somber mood that was set with the sort of almost, it tricks you with the beginning, you know. The beginning is like very serene, peaceful, beautiful from those keys from John Paul Jones. This is like everyone coming together perfectly to deliver this masterpiece of a song, man. The chemistry. Listen, I don't know what else I can say. That is a stone cold fucking 10. A 10 doesn't do justice to what I just heard. Wow. What a fucking track.